Good day, guys. You are welcome back to ID International Academy online mathematics class. In the last class, we discussed construction of quadratic equation with given roots. And I gave you some assignments to try your hands on. Did you actually try the assignments? Yeah, I trust. So let's have the solution of the assignment before we go on to today's work. The question here in the assignment. The question actually says, construct the quadratic equation in x variable. Construct the quadratic equation in x variable whose roots are a 2 minus root 2 and 2 plus root 2, b 2p and minus p, c minus half and 1.5. So let's go to A first. The quadratic equation whose roots this and this will be x squared into 2 minus root 2 plus 2 plus root 2 x plus 2 minus root 2 in bracket 2 plus root 2 equals 0. X squared into x squared minus bracket open minus root 2 plus root 2 gives 0. 2 plus 2 is 4 into x plus, we can rewrite this as a product of difference of 2 squared. So we have 2 squared minus root 2 squared equals 0. So x squared minus 4x plus 4, 2 squared is 4, minus 2 will be the result of this, because the power 2 will take care of the square root sign, which is equal to 0. Finally, it will be x squared minus 4x plus 2, because 4 minus 2 is 2 equal 0. So that is the solution. That is the answer to that question here. X squared minus 4x plus 2 equals 0 is the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 minus root 2 and 2 plus root 2. Let's move on to question B. Find the quadratic equation in x variable whose roots are 2p and minus p. You write x squared minus 2p plus minus p. Anyhow, you could write minus p plus 2p. It's all the same. Plus 2p times minus p, the product, equals 0. So this is x squared minus 2p plus minus p, that gives us p, into x, plus 2p times minus p, that is minus 2p squared equals 0. So this is x squared minus px plus times minus minus 2px equals 0. The quadratic equation whose roots are 2p and minus p is x squared minus px minus 2p squared equals 0. Finally, the quadratic equation whose roots are minus half and 1.5 will be, I want to use the other method for this, x equals minus half or x equals 3 over 2. It is the 1.5 that I changed to 3 over 2. 1.5 a mixed number, 3 over 2 as an improper fraction. So cross multiply, I have 2x equals minus 1 or 2x equals 3. Bringing this minus 1 to this side, you have 2x plus 1 equals 0 or 2x minus 3 equals 0. I come to this side. Find the product. Let the product of these two equations, of these two be equal to 0. 2x plus 1 into 2x minus 3 equals 0. Because we know that actually this leads to this. So that's why we are bringing it back to its original, to its former state. So we now open this bracket. We expand the bracket to have 2x into 2x minus 3 plus 1 into 2x minus 3 equals 0. This will be 4x squared. 2x times 2x, 4x squared. 2x times minus 3, that is minus 6x. Plus 1 times 2x, that is 2x. Plus 1 times minus 3, that's minus 3 equals 0. So we have 4x squared minus 4x, because minus 6x plus 2x is minus 4x, which is minus 3 equals 0. So 4x squared minus 4x minus 3 equals 0 is the quadratic equation whose roots are minus half and 1/2. So that is that about the solution to our previous assignment. I want to believe my answer and yours correlate. And if they do not, please check and see wherever you miss it. Today, we are moving on to a new subtitle, yet under quadratic equation. Now, after we have dealt with solving quadratic equation using factorization method, we've dealt with solving quadratic equation using completing the square method, we've dealt with solving quadratic equation using general quadratic method. The only method we are not going to now is using graphical method. It's a topic on its own, so we deal with it as a topic on its own when we get there. So we will treat everything graph together when the time comes. But after all this, there is another subtitle in quadratic equation that is very important that we touch, and that is sum and product of roots of quadratic equation. So what do we mean? Given the quadratic equation of this format, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, we believe that when you solve for x in this equation using completing the square method, you get your answer to be equal to x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So this is a formula on its own. And this formula gives the two roots of a quadratic equation as x equals minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a, that is one root, or minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. These are the two roots obtainable from this formula. How? The two signs here, plus or minus, take them one after the other. You could take plus first and followed by minus, or take minus first followed by plus. They will give you two different roots. Now, to now find sum of these roots, the standard sum of these roots, sum of roots is this and this added together, sum, as the name connotes. That is minus b plus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a plus the other root minus b minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Find their LCM. Their LCM is 2a. 2a in 2a, 1. 1 times everything at the numerator. You write it minus b plus root b squared minus 4ac plus to the other. 2a in 2a, 1 as well. 1 times everything at the numerator part there. You write it minus b minus root b squared minus 4ac. Looking critically at this, you see that everything inside root here and everything inside root here, what we have in this is positive root whatever. Here is negative root, the same thing. You can now see that plus root b squared minus 4ac minus root b squared minus 4ac negates each other to give 0. So this cancels. Just like you have 3 minus 3. Answer will be 0. The same thing plus root whatever minus root the same thing. So you get 0. So what do we have up left at the numerator? You have minus b here and minus b there over 2a. Minus b gives minus 2b. Minus b gives minus 2b. So we have sum equals minus 2b over 2a. Dividing minus 2b by 2a, you have minus b over a, because these two will cut these two, leaving behind minus b over a. So anywhere in the whole world, sum of roots is represented by minus b over a. Minus b over a. I want to believe you understand that. That is how we derive that sum of roots is minus b over a. Yet, you may not need to know this all the time. It is not in all examination that you'll be asked to derive this, but you may be asked. If you are asked to derive it, this is it. It's simple addition and simplification. So let's move to products, because we are considering sum and product of roots of quadratic equation. We have derived our sum. You can see sum is minus b over a. Let's go for products. If x equals this or this are the roots of a particular quadratic equation of structure a s squared plus bs plus c equals 0, what is the representative of the product of the two roots? The representative will be product of roots equals this first root minus b plus roots b squared minus 4ac over 2a times, because it's product. Product is all about multiplication, while sum is all about addition. So since it is about multiplication product, you take the second one, which is minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So see, what I want to do here is technical though simple. Look at the numerator here and the numerator here. You could see that they are exactly the same thing, except for the sign that link them. The sign between minus b and this root. The sign between minus b and this root is the only difference between them. Why the sign here is positive, the sign here is negative. Wherever you have something like that, that means the numerator of the two terms are representative of difference of two square. They are what? Representative component of difference of two square, which could be summarized as minus b all square minus square root of b squared minus 4ac whole square all over 4a square. I multiply the denominator. 2a times 2a gives 4a square. But the numerator, the method of multiplying them together is by pressing them as a component of difference of two square. Definitely, this difference of two square at the numerator here will reproduce for us this times this. If you actually understand the concept of difference of two square, what I have done here should be very simple in your sight. So, which means minus b square is b squared. When you squared negative value, it becomes positive. So it's b squared. This power 2 will cut the square root symbol here to give minus into b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. So I come to this side. Product equals, open the bracket there with minus 1. So you have b squared minus times b squared minus b squared minus times minus 4ac, that is plus 4ac all over 4a squared. Product is equal to b squared minus b squared, that cancel out each other. You can see. So remaining 4ac over 4a squared. And this means 4 times a times c all over 4 times a times a. So 4 will take care of 4, a will take care of a, answer is c over a. So everywhere, product of the root of quadratic equation is c over a, especially when the quadratic equation is of this nature. Thank you. Example 1 under this. You have seen how sum is derived. You have seen how product is derived. Let's see how we apply them. If alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation 2x squared plus x minus 3 equals 0, evaluate Roman figure 1, alpha plus beta. Roman figure 2, alpha beta. Alpha and beta are just symbol. They are symbol. Alpha and beta, in another question, it could be P and R. In another question, it could be theta and anything, any symbol. So don't be disturbed by alpha and beta. So they use alpha and beta also, they are symbols. Symbols can be used anytime to represent anything. So if alpha and beta represent the roots of this quadratic equation, that's the main message. Find Roman figure 1, alpha plus beta. What does alpha plus beta mean? Sum. You can see plus there. Alpha plus beta, that is sum of the roots. Alpha beta, what's the meaning? Product, because this multiplies this. Alpha times beta gives alpha beta. That's product. So we say Roman figure 1. In the equation, A equals 2, B equals 1, C equals minus 3. Alpha plus beta means sum of roots, which is equal to minus b over a, that we derived the other time. So, which means alpha plus beta is minus, open brackets, what is your b? B is 1. What is your a? A is 2. Answer is minus half. That's the answer. That means by the time you solve this quadratic equation, you get 2 roots. By the time you add the 2 roots together, your answer will be minus half. You can try and solve this quadratic equation. Get your 2 roots. The 2 roots, add them together. Your answer must be minus half. But in the exam, you don't have the luxury of time to first go and solve this quadratic equation to get the 2 roots and now begin to add the 2 roots together to get your answer. Time is not there for you in any exam. Even though you are going to be correct, time will not wait for you. You will not be able to finish it. Because if I will give you time for this question, I will give you 2 minutes for this question. But the fact that I'm teaching you, that's why we are going to spend more than 2 minutes, because I'm explaining things out to you, teaching you. But if I am to do it in exam, and if you are to do it in exam, I will not give you more than 2 minutes to solve this question. So how come you will now have time to go and solve this quadratic equation first, and you now begin to add the 2 roots together to get the sum? There won't be time for you. So, Roman figure 2. half beta. Half beta means product of roots. That is, multiplying the two roots together. As you can see that these are multiplied together. Half represents one of the roots, beta represents one of the roots. So the two of them are multiplied together to get alpha beta, and that is why it means product of the roots. And product of root means C over A, as derived previously. So alpha beta equals C over A. What is C? C is minus 3. What is A? A is 2. Answer is minus 3 over 2. If you liked, you can leave it as minus 1 number 1 over 2. You are saying the same thing. Even if you write minus 1.5, you are saying the same thing. That is that about this.